Alright, continuing our game, we play from the top of round 2 through the beginning of the Ottomans' turn of round 2. So, a lot of things happened. Let's see, where can I start? Austria Hungary, building up a navy, taking Serbia, going into Ukraine. Like I said, with a mass amount of people from Galicia and Romania, and the Russians having to make a decision because everyone was against them. The Germans were built up in Poland, and Austrians in Ukraine. They had to do something, so they decided to go attack Ukraine with their air supremacy and the artillery and as much infantry as they could muster, and they were able to make a reasonable dent in this Austrian force, but alas, the Austrians were able to wipe out almost all of their infantry. The Germans then went and took out Livonia up there. So they're making their progress. It is grim for Russia. We're playing with the optional Russian Revolution rule, which is, most people say that is, you should play with it. So we're playing with it, and things are grim. He went all out against Russia. I would say almost a little too much, because the Italians have more room to breathe than what's usually the case, based on my understanding. Yeah, so things are getting duked out in Ukraine, but Russia will likely fall shortly. We'll see. In the meantime, continuing on from there, Germany obviously did that stuff. Sent people down to Alsace, or Alsac, or however you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. They also sent their navy over here. They took out the damaged French battleship in Sea Zone 2, and they sent their 3 subs to Sea Zone 15, having to go through the mines in 8, and one of the mines in 15 took out a sub. So there's 2 subs there. And let's see, then after they went, the French counterattacked and took Ruhr, which was left empty, and did a reasonable damage, and won the first dogfight of the game, by the way, against the Germans in Alsace. The British sent over a fighter, built another one, as you can see, and yeah, they retracted their damaged battleship back there, built another sub, the Germans. The French, continuing to send their 2 infantry in to help out the Italians, and built another battleship to replace what they lost. And down in Africa, they took Togoland, and they took Cameroon, which, with the optional, the Line in the Trenches national objectives are playing, that them taking Cameroon actually does give them a national objective of an additional IPC. No biggie. The British took Angola for the French. That's the way we're playing it, since this is purple. The first time that an ally goes in here, it goes to the French. It gets activated to go to the French, since the French have Portugal activated. So if this one lone German troop gets down here, and another British soldier were to take it back, then it would become British. But the British just being able to go in there and taking it as one of theirs, I don't know how I feel about that. So going with the aesthetic of the board, that's what we're doing. Continuing with what the British did, they took Transjordan very successfully, and also took out the last unit in Persia, reinforced Mesopotamia just a little bit, and yeah, they're going all in against the Ottomans, or I'm going all in against the Ottomans rather, placing just tons of land units in India, and moving my cruisers to 17 to reinforce against this monstrosity over here. Alright, so that's a decent recap. I'll do a quick little flyover of the board as it is right now. yeah, Rick's doing a pretty good job as Essential Powers for his first time, so we'll see how this game continues. Hopefully we'll be able to cram in another couple rounds tomorrow. Totally depends on our schedules, you know. But yeah, it's a good game. I normally play as Essential Powers, so it's nice to play as the allies. Yeah, if you're playing a game out there, I hope all your rolls are hits. Yeah, this is great. I love this game. It's totally absurd. That's how I feel about it. It's just a total, complete meat grinder bloodbath. I have this Western Western Front side map to kind of help with this if this gets too crowded. I'm trying to see if I can manage to not use it, but I'm feeling we will probably have to use it. I'll probably have to use it in the next couple rounds. We'll see. All right, well, until next time, hopefully sooner than later. Take it easy, YouTube.